It's been 84 long years. Just kidding, it's actually been 6 months, 22 days, 19 hours, and 45 minutes. But who's counting? Just kidding, it's actually been 6 months, 22 days. I'm sorry about the technical glitch, y'all. My ring light went out and it's not turning back on, but the show must go on.
The Bachelorette is back. The Bachelorette is back. The Bachelorette is back.
Now, my name's Dimitri, and this is Dimitri Tube. Today, we're going to be recapping and reviewing the first episode of Clare Crawley's season of The Bachelorette. Now, I am so excited. Let's just dive in and review the episode. Now, in the first 30 minutes of the episode, literally nothing happened. It's just a recap of what Clare's been up to during the pandemic and just Chris Harrison checking up on her. Clare says that every time she went on Bachelor, it ended horribly. And I just thought, this is your fourth time. Like, after that third time, wouldn't you say, maybe this isn't a good idea? Oh, when you hear that noise, that means we found the outfit of the episode. Each week, I will tell you all my favorite outfit, and then I'll post a link below to where you can find it. And not only my favorite outfit, I will also link below the rest of Clare's wardrobe online that I can find for you all. Now, I'm not sure where she found the top, but the shorts are Hermosa shorts, and you can find them at Revolve. The link is below. Now, Clare is wearing these really cute yellow shorts, a simple white tank, and some heels, and it's just a very bright summer outfit, and I believe they're in Palm Springs. It's just perfect for the occasion, like a summer walk through Palm Springs. Now, in the rest of the 30 minutes, they also show clips of the guys quarantining and traveling to get to Clare. Now, these guys are clearly bored, and ABC did not give them much to do. Ben is juggling, Ivan is playing chess by himself, and Easy is jumping on the bed. So I guess ABC really did not give them many activities. And it's kind of weird seeing all the guys separate. Usually they're all together, but because of COVID, I guess they all had to separate. And no wonder they had to shoot in Palm Springs instead of LA. Hosting that many guys and all in their separate houses for 2 weeks was probably really expensive. ABC introduces one of the characters, Ben, and he mentions that he was in the army and went to ranger school. Now, I used to be in the army, and going to ranger school is a very big deal. Just a heads up. And at the end of the segment, they show some of the guys getting COVID tests, and they're like, Clare, I got a COVID test for you. Now, honestly, the majority of this segment just seemed like a big PSA by ABC to show that they were safe before filming. Now, after that, Chris Harrison sits down to talk with Clare. And Clare says, obviously there are bigger things in the world happening right now, but this is important to me and is something I've wanted for a long time. Now, she's referring to finding love, and ABC clearly brushed this really quickly, and they wanted to get past this very quickly. But honestly, that statement sounded like a little tone deaf. It's very much like, I know there's a huge pandemic right now, but finding love is very important to me. Please let me know below in the comments what you think of Clare's dress. I do not like this dress. I do like the color, and her body looks amazing in the dress, but the dress just does not look well made to me. And pretty much everyone online was saying that the dress looks like a purse they got from Limited 2 when they were 10 years old. Also, this is Clare's promo look. They showed a little bit of it towards the beginning of the episode. I'll post the link below to where you can find that outfit as well. Okay, so now on to first impressions. So the first impressions episode is literally my favorite episode. This episode just tends to be a total circus, and it's just so entertaining for me. This first impressions episode was a little lackluster compared to Pilot Pete's from last season. It was still entertaining, but definitely not as much craziness as that. Now, the first one I'm going to talk about is pregnant Jason. When Jason first walked up, he looked a lot like Juan Pablo. He also chose to be pregnant because that was Clare's entrance when she did her first impression on The Bachelor. Now, I liked this entrance and I thought it was very thoughtful, but I was kind of worried about Clare because this possibly gave her Juan Pablo PTSD. Next, we have Jordan. Jordan seems like a cool guy, but honestly, it really looked like he was wearing his little brother's pants. Now, he is 6'8", so I'm sure it's hard for him to find pants, but I know showing the ankle is in, but he just showed a little too much ankle. It literally looked like those pants were too small for him. Next, we have Tyler C. Not to be confused with the real Tyler C. Now, Tyler C came up in a fully packed station wagon. Now, I thought this entrance was really sweet, really genuine, and it gave Tyler C a chance to show who he is to Clare. And he was able to explain that he's here for love and here for something serious. I like how he was able to package that all in one. Then we have Bennett, who right after the station wagon rolls up in a Rolls Royce. Now, his entrance was not my favorite, but it looked very baller, and then he had a 1950s movie star kind of look. He definitely had the other guys in the house shook. And why not shake up the competition? I appreciate someone who shakes up the competition. Next, Jay came in a straitjacket. He explained it was because 2020 and the pandemic is driving him crazy. That's kind of creative, I guess. But was he even able to have a cocktail with that straitjacket on? And lastly, we have Dale. I thought Dale's first impression was like pretty weak. He literally just walked up to Clare and was like, "Hi, I'm Dale. Mind if I give you a hug?" Now, Clare was completely smitten by Dale and tells Chris Harrison immediately after that she feels like she found her husband. And then Chris Harrison's reply is basically, "You know we have a full season to film, right?" Next, Zach J steals away Clare for the first one-on-one. Now, Zach J is 37 and Clare is 39, and I really like this moment they had together. They both relate to how all of their friends and family are like married and having kids, and they both want that too. And they ask themselves, when will their time be? I love that moment. I just felt like it was such a real moment because a lot of people in their late 30s, they just get to that point in their life and they start to question like what's going on. And it just seemed like a genuine connection they both had. Now, I don't know why, but Clare just keeps mentioning her age over and over again. Age is not everything. But I do think it's weird that Clare keeps bringing up age, but she's not bringing up the fact that her and Dale have a huge age difference. Like, is that not a concern for her at all? But again, this is first impressions. We'll just wait and see. Now the drama. So Tyler C accuses Yosef of not being here for the right reasons. Sorry about that, y'all. I am having all the technical difficulties and had to change locations. This is just straight natural light now. Now Tyler C says that during quarantine, Yosef was sliding into DMs of other girls. Now Clare calls them both together and asks them both to tell their side of the story, and she listens to both sides. Now at the end of the episode, Clare sends Tyler C home and she keeps Yosef. Now honestly, Tyler C probably would have made it to next week if he kept his mouth shut. He made a really good first impression on Clare. I really like the way Clare handled this. She heard both sides of the story and she made a decision. Clare has a very strong personality and she knows what she wants. This is definitely a breath of fresh air compared to last season with Pilot Pete. Also, it's clear that Clare is completely smitten by Dale and she may just not even care. She's just like, forget about these guys and their drama. I'm just trying to get more time with Dale. I almost forgot we have to talk about the origami guy. His name is Joe. According to his bio, he's an anesthesiologist, and when the pandemic started, he was on the front lines. Now, they filmed The Bachelorette during the summer, and we were still in the midst of COVID, so did he just leave all of that to go film for The Bachelorette? Now, the next one-on-one we see is with Blake Moynes. At first, I thought ABC changed the format, and now they're saying their full last names, but they're not, and that is not the case. There's two Blake M's, so they had to say their full last names. During their one-on-one, Clare brings up that Blake slid into her DMs during quarantine, and this was completely against the rules. But as we all know in Bachelor Nation, The Bachelor does not have rules. Now, Clare was completely impressed by this and said that Blake was the only guy to try to check on her during quarantine. But honestly, I don't think sliding in someone's DMs is really that impressive. First impression rose and rose ceremony. Like we all expected, Dale got the first impression rose and Blake was mad. And then we go into the rose ceremony and Jay is still wearing that straitjacket. Now Clare passes out the roses. I really don't care for the guys that she sent home, except one. I do wish Paige had stayed for like another episode or two. I kind of wanted to know more about him. And the internet did some sleuthing and apparently the tats on his hand say soup nuts. I really just want an explanation about that. And a little part of me wanted Tyler C to stay a little bit longer for the drama. But honestly, he dug his own grave by calling out Yosef. That was the end of the episode and all I have for you all. Now, Chris Harrison says this will be the most dramatic season ever. And I actually think it will be. If you enjoyed this video, please go ahead and pound that like button, pound that subscribe button, and ring that notification bell. Now for this review, I took off work to film this and I'm not quite sure yet if I can do the same for next week. week. And my next review may come a little late, but I will try to get it to you all as soon as I can. The Bachelor world waits for no one. I hope you all enjoyed this review, and I cannot wait till next week's episode. Have a good one. Bye.